Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is
Randall, aka Shizukatz.
And welcome to the first of our Run-A-Girlfriend gameplay content block. As you guys can see here, we have a very exciting matchup for you guys today. We have the one and only Chizuru versus her rival, Mami. It's going to be a Chizuru Waifu versus Mami Waifu game. You guys will have seen these deck profiles already on our previous video where we went through all 4 of the waifu deck profiles, but now you'll get to see these decks in action.
So as far as my deck goes, we're going to be going with pretty much the typical Chizuru strategy where you want to take advantage of those 8 gate climaxes. She has a lot of synergistic cards with 8 gates, and then we have the level 1 combo that lets you salvage once, but also you can discard a character to salvage again, leading into the level 3 combo with the burn Chizuru, but also the level 3 that can change into her. And we also have the 2-0 event that could potentially allow us to bring this out for free, not only at level 3, but also at level 2 potentially.
And then on my end, my level 1 Mami is on climax placement. I can top check 4 and add a Run-A-Girlfriend character. She also works from the back row and she goes with the wind. And at the level 3 game, we have a healer that also allows us to look at the top cards of our opponent's deck and then take out any climaxes to help our next attacks try to guarantee some damage. And we'll see how this goes. So one of the things that I really like about Weiss is that, you know, kind of these thematic decks where you kind of limit yourself to a certain deck building restriction. In this case, we're building waifu decks. That allows us to try a lot of cards which we normally wouldn't try in, you know, our more like competitive decks. But it's not as if, you know, a lot of these other options are necessarily bad or anything. But this kind of format also allows us to play with a lot of effects that we otherwise don't get to use, and maybe, you know, sometimes find out that, you know, certain profiles may be stronger than we had once anticipated or thought it was.
And also when you take a look at these waifu decks and you have these smaller packages that are more exclusive to them that some other sets might have similar packages that might be like the actual meta deck, but in this set you have strategies like the 8 gate that I guess people wouldn't normally consider to be the meta version that you get to play these off decks.
And it does help that Run-A-Girlfriend in particular, kind of like when it's search looking Collectibles, it does focus a lot on the waifu aspect of deck building. So every 4 of the main heroines does have, for example, their own brainstorm and such. So it really helps us hit the ground running when we want to build these thematic decks.
Yeah.
Paper, scissors. Okay, I'll be going first. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so given this hand, I think we want to be looking for our 4K beater. We also want to be looking for our level 1 combo. So I think even though we do have a 0, we want to discard it to try and find some other cards. So we're going to be discarding 4.
Okay. And I'm going to be discarding 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Draw for turn. That's a great draw. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start by clocking our level 3 event. Can't use it until level 3, so not going to be too useful until then. And we did find our 4K beater, so we're going to go ahead and we're also going to play our Global 500, making a 4/5. This card gets 1500 power to a stock. Direct attack for 2.
Okay, 1, 2. All right, so Chizuru has a pretty weak level 0 game, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to deal with that at 4/5, let alone at 4K. So, so we're going to draw for turn. We're going to clock our early play heal, draw 2. And since we can't really do much about that, we're probably just going to start setting up for our level 1 game if we can. So I'm going to start by playing the trial deck Chizuru. She has 2 effects. On play, we can reveal the top card of our deck, and if it's a Rent-A-Girlfriend character, we can add it to our hand and discard a card. So we have this level 1, and I will discard another early play heal, and then I'll use her other effect. You can discard a Rent-A-Girlfriend character to draw a card, and those abilities can be activated in whichever order you want.
This profile of Data Life players will know this profile very well. It is the trial deck Toka effect.
All right, so I'm debating on whether or not I want to attack twice, considering that pretty much whatever I put on the board is going to get run over on the next turn. I don't want to minus too hard this early, I think.
All right, so it's just a matter of like, we want to take it slow, get some more resources, or try to push for more damage and stock.
And I think in this position, we're just going to do the one attack just so we don't run ourselves super low on resources from a super early point in the game. Okay. So I'm just going to direct attack for 2.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
And I guess I can just get back my early play heal.
Okay. And that's for 1, 2. 2's good.
And over to you.
All right, stand and draw. All right, let's go ahead and clock our 2/1 Mami to draw 2. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that there. Make sure we get that reverse off. And let's go ahead and brainstorm with our level 0 Mami brainstorm. Her brainstorm is a level 4. If I hit any, and draw 2, discard 1. We do whiff. That's no problem. I want to attack once or twice. I think we'll just chill for another turn.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and front here. That's for 1.
Yeah. Take the 1. And not that you need it, but I believe the Mami has an effect at
where I can
phase, right?
where I can give at the beginning of my climax phase, I can give one of my Mamis 1k.
Yeah. That's a lot of free power.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll draw for turn. And I'm going to clock the level 3 combo. Draw 2 cards. All right. So I'm going to start by playing this level 0 Chizuru. So on play, I mill 2, and if I mill a climax, she gets 3k until end of turn. So maybe we can actually run this over. So we miss. But that's actually good for me because I'm actually going to follow up with a brainstorm. This will allow me to not only pay out the climax that I triggered last turn, but also because I milled 2 clean on this, I have a chance to.
Chances are you might hit some climaxes here to hit brainstorm.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
Correct order.
All right, so I will salvage 1, and okay, so here's a bit of an awkward situation. So I have 7 cards in hand, but I have. Do I want to play any? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab this. I was gonna say that I would want to grab like a level 1 combo to like save for later, but there is none here. So yeah, it makes the decision easy for me. We'll just grab another level 0, and then I think we'll just use this as another attacker. I'm going to once again play the Chizuru, and I'm going to use the reveal top effect first, adding a free fresh counter to hand, and then I'm just going to discard it. And then for the second half, I'm going to discard another free fresh counter.
I mean, you can always get those back with your level 1 combo, or if you ever trigger one of your 8 climaxes, so it's no problem there.
Yeah, that's just the great part about running free fresh counters with climax lineup like 8 gate is that you just have it in waiting room and you just have access to it whenever you need it.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think we're good to just attack twice.
Okay, sounds good.
So we'll go with 2 directs since I can't contest the Mami. So I will direct here for 2.
1, 2. 2's good.
And then a direct here for 2 once more.
Cancel.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stand and draw. Let's see. Go ahead and clock to level. Let's go ahead and level our level 0 Mami to draw 2. Okay. Let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 21 cards in our deck right now. I say we can probably go for it.
You're gonna try to get out of first deck just this turn?
I'm gonna try to get out of deck this turn. We are out a good number of climaxes already, 4 here, so. All right, so first things first, I'm going to start by playing my 1/0 Mami and then playing my level 0 Mami. I'm gonna use her first effect on play, mandatory mill 2. And she gets 1,000 per run a girlfriend milled. And then I'm gonna use her second effect, pay 1. And discard. 2 salvage. A level 1 Mami.
And then also gives 1k, right?
And then I'll give 1k here, yeah.
Good habit to get into is to play your characters before you play your drop salvagers if they have that 1k buff.
All right, now we did mill another climax. Let's see. Let's go with this line. So we're going to put this here. And then we're gonna get rid of these. All right, so one interesting thing about this Mami combo is her climax combo activates on climax placement, but I don't have to be in the front row. She can be in the back row as long as I have 2 more other characters. So I can just play a climax and then I can save her for next turn to contest his Chizuru level 1s.
Yeah.
Whereas right now, no, these level 0s will be more than enough to contest his level 0s. Gonna go ahead and give 1000 here to the middle from my global 500 Mami effect, and then play my level 1 climax, and then I'll activate all of them. So this one first, top check 4, add 1.
Yeah, anybody who's watched our Ruby content would know that this is kind of a similar play to the John level 1, which also works from back row. And this also makes me think that Mike has another wind in his hand so that he can do the combo again on the follow-up turn.
Okay, so I did add the level 3 Mami off my first one, and then I'll go with the second one. Let's just add another level 1 combo.
Triple combo again.
Yeah. All right, and then the last one. Let's go with the 2-1 Mami.
Okay, and then was that the defensive one or the offensive one?
This one is the offensive one. This is a startup change.
Okay.
Oh no, this is the defensive one, which goes into the offensive one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's, what is it again? Gain 1000 for
During your turn, against 1000 per every other run a girlfriend character, and then start up, send it to the waiting room, change into the other 2-1.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then we can finally go and proceed to attack. I'm gonna go ahead and front here. That's 4-2.
1, 2. Take the 2. And I think probably the card that I need the least is the Ditch Climax Salvage. I would have liked to see this early because it is a pretty decent defensive body. Not that it really would have helped because he had a 4-5 or 5-5 beater. But the thing is that because I run 3 copies of this in the deck because of that on-board ability.
I can also double as like a good early game play.
Yeah, but because I'm running 3, I am okay with getting rid of 1 as I still have 2 other copies if I want to make use of the Ditch Climax Salvage later.
All right, go ahead in front here. That's for 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, and just keep track. We do have one of our level 3s in our stock. And direct 4-4.
Oh no. Cancel. Nice.
Alrighty, here we go.
Okay. And I believe this one has on death ability. When it's placed into waiting room from stage, I can discard 1 card to grab the 2-0 event if I want. But I think I'm going to hold off on that in favor of keeping my hand the way it is, and I can potentially pick up the 2-0 event off of my level 1 combo. So we'll draw for turn. And let's see. So I'm currently out 4. That's the one in my hand with quite a bit of deck left. Unfortunately, Chizuru doesn't have too much in the way of free mill apart from like the on-play mill 2. And then you have like Brainstorm, whereas Mami has like all this free mill on her combo, so pretty good on her end. So I need to think about what I want to clock here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and clock the early play heal. Okay. I believe I have one in here if I want to fetch it back. Yeah, I do. Okay. Right.
And your deck only does run that particular card as green, right? So you're basically looking to level 1 copy of that to play the other one?
Yeah. Chizuru not with the biggest selection of great green cards that I want to run in this deck, so
that's good enough, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with how much hand filter the Chizuru deck can get, you can easily just clock one into play, play multiple of other ones.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in with 2 copies of our combo. During our turn, she gets 3k as long as we have another Rent-A-Girlfriend, which makes her very, very huge on offense. And then we're also going to play the 1-0 changer. This is the offensive changer. So during our turn, she gets 3k power, and then at the beginning of Encore Step, if she's in the front row, we can change by sending her to waiting room and bring out the 1-0 like defensive one. And so with that, I'm gonna play a bit cautiously just in case we hit a gate. So I am going to play this 1-0 just to lower my hand size a bit. And we will go from there. So I'm going to play 1k1.
Okay.
And then my Brainstorm's ability activates. When I play a climax with a gate icon, I can give a character 1 soul. So I'll give 1 soul here.
Sure.
So you have 4 cards in deck?
I have 4 cards in deck, yep.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and swing with our middle Chizuru first. And this is gonna be for 8k for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2 is good.
And then with her climax combo, when she reverses a battle opponent, so I can salvage 1 first, even though the cost is listed at the beginning of the ability. So I get to salvage 1. I'm going to grab another copy of the level 1 combo. And then I'm gonna use the second half of the combo where I do pay cost. So I'm gonna discard the defensive change target. And we're going to... What do I want here? I think I'm going to grab the level 3 combo.
Okay.
Okay. And so you took that. So because he took it, I'm not going to attack with the 3 first because he's very likely that he's going to cancel that. And I'd rather him cancel the 2 instead. So we'll go in with a 2 here for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2's good.
Okay.
Refresh 6.
Interesting.
Missing 2 wins.
Very interesting. So with the combo, so the first card I'm going to salvage is the 2-1 support. And then with the second half of the ability, I'm going to discard the Ditch Climax Salvage Chizuru, and I'm going to get the 2-0 event.
Okay. Preparing for that date, I see. Alright, here you are. Refresh point, and then it's reverse, and then you activate your effect. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And then we're gonna front here. This one's gonna be for 3 because of the soul boost from the Brainstorm. 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 is good. And I level. Go ahead and level green.
All right. And then at start of Encore Step, I'll use the change ability.
Yep.
And change into this one. So this one has low power, but when he front attacks it, I can look at the top card of my deck, and I can either leave it there or send it to waiting room. So potentially dig towards the next cancel.
Okay. Draw for turn. I will not clock. Let's see. So let's go ahead and put these here. We'll also play a Brainstorm. It's our level 1 Brainstorm. We actually play 2 Brainstorms in this deck. This level 1 Brainstorm Mami is a search Brainstorm, and then also during my turn, my front middle character gets 1000 and cannot be targeted by my opponent's effects. Debating on whether I want to just front row all the Mamis or not. I think I'll go ahead and play this 2-1. And then hopefully he can't deal with it on his on the following turn because it's 11k, or maybe make him spend some resources. We'll see. I don't think I want to Brainstorm. I think we'll just go as is. Guess technically. That's just, how big is that? 500?
It's 500 power.
Okay. I don't think position matters here. I guess I'll put it like that.
I think the biggest thing to consider would be on the follow-up turn, what you would want to be getting the boost in the center column, I think.
Right. I think I'll just put it like that, and then I'll play another wind. Go ahead and activate my Mami Climax combos. First one, I'll top check up to 4. So here I'm looking for, I know I have a level 3 Mami here and I have a level 3 Mami here, so I only have 1 copy of level 3 Mami left in my deck. I do want to eventually find those if possible. Other things I'm looking for. Right now I have 6 Climax lists left on my deck, so I don't necessarily care about trying to move my deck through too much. I do have 2 more ads to go, so I think I'm probably just fine just adding this. So I'll stop here. And then second Mami. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add a. We'll add a draw 2, discard 1 brainstorm, and then our last one. Let's go 1 more. Okay, we'll add the early play Mami top check X. Okay, now it's time to battle. Go ahead and front here for 2.
1, 2. Take the 2. And I'm reversed.
Let's go ahead and we'll front here.
Okay.
It's for 3.
1, cancel.
Let's just front here then. I'll front.
Okay, I'll activate my effect. Look at the top, and I will mill it.
Okay, for 2.
1, 2, and cancel.
It matters. Yes. Alrighty, go ahead.
It mattered. So I could encore this. Do I want to encore that? I need to think about what I'm going to be doing on my next turn, and also whether or not I have anything that I can really discard here to encore. I think probably not encoring is correct.
Okay.
All right, so I'll draw for turn. And in the interest of saving my compression, I'm going to not clock here. And we're gonna start with a brainstorm. And the brainstorm here is going to refresh my deck, put these into waiting room after the brainstorm has resolved, and then I can maybe do some salvage stuff, grab those cards with the second copy of the brainstorm that I have. So we'll brainstorm, and I'm refreshing with 7, missing a level 1 climax.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I have been holding on to these since the beginning of the game. Basically the idea is that because the Chizuru combo is a targeted salvage, you have a pretty easy time grabbing additional copies for future turns, so you can do back-to-back combo turns fairly easily. All right, and then refresh point. And we're gonna go ahead and level that green. Okay, so let's see. So this is
11.
11.
And then the others are 5K.
All right, we're gonna ignore that.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. I am gonna go with a second brainstorm here, I think, just because I need. Let's see. How do we want to play this? Do I want to go second brainstorm, or do I want to use this as an attacker? This is safer. So we're gonna play our level 1 Chizuru, and then I'm going to play the 2/1 support. So during my turn, all of my Chizurus get 500, and then also she just gives all my Rent-A-Girlfriend characters 1,000. And then whenever I trigger a gate, I can discard a card to look at up to 2 from the top of my deck, and then choose 1, add it to hand, and send the other one to waiting room.
Yeah, excellent card.
And then also, we're gonna pay for the date. So if I have 2 or less memory, the event goes to memory. And it doesn't do anything yet, but on any of my following turns, if this is in memory, I can send this back to waiting room during my main phase to play the level 3 combo from my hand for free. So we'll play the climax, and then I have 2 instances of the brainstorm. So I'm actually going to give 2 soul here so I can side your level 2
baby.
for 2 damage.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Let's start with our level 1 on the side. So when she attacks, she can give 1,500 anywhere. So I'm going to give 1,500 to herself. So she goes up to 6,500.
Okay.
Or sorry, not 6,500. 8K.
8K. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and swing front for 2. Okay.
1, 2. 2's good.
All right. Now let's go in with a side attack for 2.
2. Yeah.
3. Oh my god. Okay.
Cancel.
All right. And then finally a front attack for 2. 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And this 3 does stick.
Okay. And then going to go ahead and salvage. What do we want to grab here? I think I'm actually going to grab the Salvage Reiki. The thing about this deck is that it's pretty easy to run on a low amount of stock and a lot of hand. But the thing is that currently I'm in the opposite position where I have quite a bit of stock and not a lot of hand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to maybe use this effect to replenish hand, and then I'm not gonna use the second half of the effect.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you have profiles like the early play heal to stock, and then the 2-0 event allowing you to play the level 3 from hand for no stock cost, it allows you to use like very little stock, but you run out of hand quite quickly.
Okay, draw for turn. All right. So we are in a peculiar situation right now. Given that we know that there are 2 climaxes left in there, what is the best course of action here? 5 cards is really tempting to just search Brainstorm. But on the flip side, if I don't hit both climaxes in the top 4 and the last card is a climax, I don't get to search anything. Whereas the other Brainstorm, the draw 2, discard 1, guarantees that I at least get something. If my goal is to try to refresh as many climaxes as reasonable this turn, then I do think Brainstorming is an okay play. Alternatively, I could just climax combo to try to get rid of the rest of the climaxes, and then I'll refresh with 7. But I'm also concerned about trying to find more of my Mami level 3s, and that's the really big thing here, is that there's no more Mamis left in here. So if I hit a search Brainstorm, I can search out Mami and not have to worry about that.
How many cards are in hand right now?
I have 7 in hand right now. So
Okay.
kind of like the risk reward. I could always just play the salvage Brainstorm as well. No 2.
In
and
the
then
draw 2, discard 1 brainstorm, you mean?
Oh, sorry, the salvage, the drop salvage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of options here. I just have to kind of weigh the pros and cons. If I drop salvage, salvage my level 3, and then those 2, and then climax combo, that basically guarantees that I do refresh with 7. And I'm always playing a climax here because I want to push for more damage. So that line is probably the most safe line. And I guess I just hope I draw into choice. That's the other thing, is I have to also figure out how I'm going to get the choice combo. But maybe we just worry about that when we get there. All right, so let's go with that then. So we're going to push this up front. Put that there. This doesn't matter. I'm going to play mill 2. And then it gets no power, but doesn't really matter. I'll go ahead and activate her second effect, pay 1. And discard to, let's see, I'll discard my level 0 Mami to salvage my level 3 Mami. And then I'll give 1,000 to the middle. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, think we do just want to go ahead and just mill the last climax out. We don't want to try to cancel. The other option was I could have dropped the climax in my hand, but I really want to use that climax to try to push for more damage because I am quite a bit behind on that aspect right now. So I think that's all for this turn. I don't think we need to play any back row. So let's go ahead and double check our positioning. Everything looks fine. I guess I could play another character just so that she gets 1000 heart, but next turn the level 3 Chizuru is just going to come down and murder this anyways, so I don't think that's really an issue. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just play 1k1. Activate the Mami. See if I can hit a climax here. No, it's the last card. So we'll go ahead and add another drop salvage. And then refreshing with the other 7.
Yeah, so if it wasn't the last card, you could like stop and then you get a clean guaranteed trigger.
Right, if it was the second, then I would have had a first guaranteed trigger, but no, it is what it is. All right, we have decent compression. We'll be in an okay spot if we can hopefully stick some damage and then get some cancels the following turn.
Yeah. On the plus side though, if you do trigger a choice here, because your refresh point is going to put you at level 3, you will actually have targets. So you don't run into that problem of, oh, I just refreshed and I triggered choice.
Exactly.
And I have no targets.
All right, refresh point. You hate to see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you hate to see it. All right, life moves on. I'm going to go ahead and front attack here. Oh my goodness, I'll bounce the 2.
No, my stock. 1, 2, cancel.
Oh no. Front. For 2. This is my face when I refresh and trigger 1.
Take the 2. Oh, we don't tie anymore here because you bounced my 2-1.
Front. And that's for 2.
Cancel.
Okay.
Yeah, because if he didn't bounce my 2,
that was
these
a
would have been
3K.
3K. Because you missed the mill 2. All right. Draw for turn. Let's take a look-see. All right, so that's 10k.
Yes, 10k.
That is 10k. All right, you know what? Since you bounced this, we're gonna make use of it. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. All right. All right. From this position, I do want to go for a brainstorm. Try to get some hand back and make use of the stock that I've built up. So let's do a brainstorm. And we'll hit the brainstorm. Oh yeah, also this happens at start of my main phase. It gains the effect where at any point during my main phase I can send this back. So this has gained the effect. I'm going to grab Chizuru level 1 back. And let's see. Guess we're playing these. So I'm going to play Chizuru level 1 combo. We'll play the changer. And then I will use the effect, putting this back into the waiting room. And then I can play the 3/2 Chizuru from my hand, and it gets 1000 power until end of turn. And then when she's placed on stage from hand, I get to heal 1. All right, and then we'll also play our level 0 spammable brainstorm, which is also assist 500, so I get extra power here. And actually, we'll do it this way, because the defensive power is not going to matter on this. This is going to be tiny.
All right.
All right, and then we'll play 1k1. Use the effect of the brainstorm. When I play climax, I'll give 1 soul to the middle, and we will go from there. So this Chizuru currently is 12k.
Yep, 2 my 10.
And I will front for 3.
Okay. Mommy needs some juice. Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. Go on.
Okay. Front here next for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2 is good.
Okay. Sideways card Doko. And then finally a front here for 2.
Oh, was that the?
This is 3. No, this is 3.
This is 3. Okay.
Wait.
Was this 3 or is this 3?
Oh no, it's this is 3.
This is 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is for 3.
Okay. 1 cancel.
Okay. And then I'll use the climax combo on reverse.
Yep.
So with that, I'm going to salvage free fresh counter to defend my level 3. And then with the second half of the effect, I'm going to discard the Riki, ended up not using this. And I will grab the other level 3 Chizuru that has the top check 3 at... Actually, I'm like super compressed, so I don't expect to hit level 3 this turn, so I don't think that's actually the best card to grab. I guess unless he Mami combos me. All right, we'll grab this just to be safe. If we do need playables, we have our 2 brainstorms that can grab us some additional things. Yeah.
Yep.
So
okay.
That's what I'm gonna grab.
All right, draw for turn. Okay. All right. How many are in your waiting room climaxes?
5.
5.
All of the level 1 climaxes and 1 copy of the level 3.
Okay.
And I have 3 hand.
Okay. 10K?
That is 10K, yeah.
Okay. Backed up by 2/5. And I have 7 stock. I am 3 out, 4. All right, so.
Oh, sorry. At Encore Step, I'm.
Oh, yeah, the change, sure.
Yeah. Because that did fall into my waiting room after I refreshed. So go ahead and change into that.
All right, so we have several. When determining what I'm trying to do here on my turn, I have to try to see what my end goal is in terms of, because I'm not going to be able to kill Randall this turn, so I have to see what I want to achieve in terms of where my damage state is and what my dex state is. So given that we do need to just live another turn, we want to heal as much as possible, and we want to end the turn with our deck in as a compressed state as possible. And then the rest of our turn and how we carry out that turn will just be a matter of carrying out that goal. So the question here is, how do we not die next turn when we have 4 out already and we have 16 cards in our deck? Chances are I'm expecting just random swings next turn and not necessarily like a climax combo. So as long as we can just cancel twice or 3 times, we should be still alive next turn. We do have another healer here now, so we can grab that if we need to. And we want to try to contest the Chizuru, at least make him use his counter if he wants to protect that. Okay, so I think the plays here are pretty simple. We're going to first start off with our Mami. She is an on-play healer. We want to play healers, so they heal us, so we are further from dying. Next, I'm going to play the level 0 Mami Drop Salvage on play mill 2. And she gets 1,000 per every friend or girlfriend character milled, so she gets 2K. And then I'll also activate her second effect on play, pay 1. Discard to salvage another healer. And then I'll give 1,000 power to my level 3 Mami as part of her salvage effect. And then I'm going to play the Mami I just salvaged to heal. And then I'm going to play another to heal. And then hope I cancel. That's basically it. In terms of positioning, I do want to try to conserve my Mamis if at all possible, because I do need them to end the game with. So I'm just kind of gonna see if I can... see. So that's 10-5 to his 10, so that'll just make him use the counter or he loses the Chizuru. This will get over the level 1 because this is 4K, and then 5K here to his 4-5, and then this will be over. So okay, so all 3 of these lanes are currently over, so this is perfectly fine with me. Let's start going into attack. I'm going to front here, and that's for 2.
All right, we must protect the Chizuru. I paid for this date.
Yep, protect the smile.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2.
All right, for 1, 2, take the 2.
Okay, I am reversed. Next, we'll go ahead and front here. That's 5K for 1.
Take the 1, hello.
Okay, and then I will go ahead and declare front.
Okay, leaves my effect.
Okay.
And on top.
And that's for 1.
And that's a cancel.
Alrighty, here we go.
Okay, let's see. Once again, find myself in a position where I have the option to encore the Chizuru. Do I want to, though? So let's see, if I draw, I go to 3 hands, and then I can brainstorm and I'm guaranteed to hit a climax. Because there's 2 left in my deck. So that can get me 1 attacker. Or 1 card to discard for the early play, maybe. I think maybe that's the plan. So I'm gonna discard the level 3 to Encore.
Okay. So 1 card in hand?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Stand and draw. Okay, and then like we said, the plan is to brainstorm.
Guaranteed plus.
Yep.
Hopefully you can find some playables. Or things like that.
So I've had the early play healer in my hand still.
Okay, yeah, so you can play that. As long as you don't hit 3.
I mean, like, I'll always be able to salvage this. So I'll always have that I can discard.
Right. No, is there, what is the early big condition on the...
It's 4 more.
Oh, it's 4 more. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're always going to be able to play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that works out. Here we are.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Alright, we're just gonna grab, I mean, like, we can grab anything, I guess.
Yeah.
And then refresh points. And then we're going to play our early play healer, since we have 4 more. Discarding the level 3, and we heal the stock. And so we can move our board around a bit. I want my level 3 combo to be on the side, just so that he can't take advantage of the like bonus 1k power to the middle. Oh wait, no, actually I'm gonna run this over anyway, huh? So let's see. In that case, I think we still put it on the side, just in case you like draw the second copy.
Draw another one.
Yeah. So yeah, keeping it on the side just keeps it safer. And then we just go. So let's start with the front attack here. I want to save this attack for last because the level 1 is across from it. So if he takes 4 damage from these 2 attacks, I can side for 1.
You're trying to keep your options open.
Yeah.
When this is always going to be a fixed amount of soul, this is always going to be a fixed amount of soul. This one is a variable one, so you want to make sure you have as much info as possible before you can make a decision.
2. Yeah, I guess I'll get the counter back. Continue defending the smile.
Yep.
For 2.
Okay, 2's good. All right, we can live, maybe.
All right, direct for 2.
1, 2. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then here comes the side. So just like we said, Mike is at 3-6. Now we can side for 1 here. 1.
Ah no.
Oh my god. Mike's face went.
My face went.
My face went.
Yeah. I mean, that's just another example of, by keeping your options open, you give yourself more of a chance to deal damage. Like in that case, if he hadn't really thought about, the attack order and just fronted with the Chizuru, then I would have ended up living because I would have canceled. But because he kept his options open, then that turned out to actually matter. So turned out to be the difference between killing me that turn and not.
Yeah, so if anything, the Mami deck doesn't have like a super defined strategy in the same way that the Chizuru deck does. Like Chizuru deck, obviously you promote that like 8-gate synergy and whatnot. Mami has a much more general strategy.
Mami, I like to think that the Mami deck is just chaos. It's just like, it doesn't really have a defined, like you said, theme to it. It's just like, it just has a lot of really rude cards. It has like, she doesn't even have 8 choice. She has like a win and a choice.
Yeah.
Like her level 1 combo is kind of generic. Her level 3 combo kind of like is kind of weird. So I don't know. It fits Mami pretty well. Kind of two-faced personality, two-faced deck.
Yeah. What we were saying though is that like some of the abilities are just completely rude. Like,
oh yeah. Like we didn't get to play it this game, but for example, the level 0 Mami on play, if my opponent has 1 or less front row characters, then I can bottom deck their cost 0 front row character.
Yeah, so like for example, let's say I went first, right? And I opened with the Ditch Climax Salvage, which is like a 3k level 1. And then this is like the only thing I play because I go first, right? And then in reply, you just see ya.
Yep.
And then also you have the Riki.
Yeah.
Sometimes that just randomly bounces things.
On attack, reveal top, and if it's a climax, I can just bounce any one of my opponent's characters, which is a really, really good effect.
Yeah, especially into like standby. Like if you're like losing on board and it's like, all right, well, I mean, like I need attackers, let's just throw this
Yeah.
in.
And especially funny if like you trigger win, so it's like, all right, double bounce.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so like that's another thing is like no, Mami doesn't have access to 8 choice, but that win trigger sometimes
I mean,
it'll just like kind of break the game.
Win is a really strong trigger when you do trigger it. You know, I think one of the problems with win is that it's not always going to be a useful trigger. It's like sometimes it doesn't really do anything, but other times it can be really good. And a lot of times when we're playing Weiss, we want to find more of a consistent plussing tool. Like so that's why triggers like gate and choice are so good because they almost always give you some form of advantage. Whereas win really has to depend on what deck your opponent's playing, how the board looks like, and sometimes it's just not really going to work out. On top of that, it doesn't plus you. So if your opponent doesn't have a board to bounce, then you just triggered a basically empty thing.
Right.
All right. Well, Mami, had a chance to try to disrupt Chizuru and Kazuya's fun day, but Chizuru came out on top this time around. Maybe she can get her revenge in the future. But until then, this has been Tressa's Collectibles. We'll see you guys in the next one where we'll have Sumi versus Ruka. Look forward to it, guys.
All right, later.
Bye.